Hi, greetings everyone. In this video, I will show you how to use the earned values. Earned value analysis measures the performance based on how much of the project cost you have earned by completing the work. Earned value converts the costs and the work progress into dollars so you can see the costs and the scheduled performance side by side. But you need a couple of things to do the earned value analysis. The first thing you need is the baseline because you are comparing the performance to the plan. We go to the project tab here, click set baselines and choose set baseline, and here you can see that there is a baseline saved because you can see the date it was saved on. So we have got the first part. I will click cancel here. The second thing you need is the status date because earned value looks at the work completed through the status date. Here on the project tab you can also see that there is a status date. So basically we are all set to do the earned value analysis. To look at the earned value, go to the reports tab and click costs and then choose the earned value report. In this chart, planned values is called, the planned value is called BCWS, and that stands for the budgeted cost of the work schedule. It's the gray line in the chart and it represents the baselines for the work that's scheduled for the project. In the other words, it's how much you plan to spend on the work originally scheduled through the status date. The next measure is the earned value that's shown here in the orange, and it's called the BCWP for the budgeted cost of the work performed. Well, that's the baseline cost that you have earned for the work that's completed through the status date. You can see the scheduled status by comparing the earned value to the planned value. If the earned value is higher than the planned value, then you have completed more work than you planned and you are ahead of the schedule. Here the earned value, the orange line, is below the planned value. So that shows that this project is behind the schedule. To look at the cost status, you look at the actual cost of the work performed. That's easy. It's how much you actually spent through the status date. To see the cost status, you compare the actual cost to the earned value. If the actual costs for the work performed, the blue line here, is less than the planned cost for the work performed. The orange line, then your project is under budget. Now, another way to look at the earned value in the more detail is with the earned value table. So let's go to the Gantt chart again, and then on the View tab, click on the table and choose More Tables and apply the earned value. And now you can see the planned value, the earned value, the actual cost, and few other things for every task in your project. For example, SV is the schedule variance. That's the variance between the earned value and the planned value, and in this case positive means it's ahead of the schedule. You can see here that the most of the values are negative and this project is behind schedule. However, CV is the cost value. CV is the cost variance. That's the variance between the earned value and the actual cost. Positive means it is under budget. So this task is under budget. There are couple of options to tell the project how you want to calculate earned value. So to set those, go to the File tab and choose Options, and then go to the Advanced category and scroll down to the bottom here, and you will see a section Earned Value. So the earned value options for this project is right here. Well, one thing you can do is you can choose the baseline In this case, we just have the one, so that's the one we have selected. The other option is what you want to use to calculate the earned value. It's set to percentage complete here, and that's the percent of the duration that's complete, which is probably not what you want. The other option is physical percentage complete. What this lets you to do is you can actually specify the values for your task, and that lets you have some more control over what values are valid. Some people actually go with just 0% or 100%. So a task is incomplete until it's completely done, or you can limit it to a small set of values like 0, 50 and 100. In that case, a task that unstarted as 0%, if it's in progress it's 50%, and if it's complete it's 100%. I'm going to apply the tracking table, and you can see the tracking table has the column for percentage complete. That is the physical percentage complete, so you can just fill in those values. Earned value analysis helps you see the schedule and cost performance at a glance. You can generate project's earned value report with a couple of clicks. You can look at earned value by task to see where the problems are and decide what to do to bring your project back on track. I hope the concept is clear to you. Thank you.